Confusing words in action. Number 2. Set 2. Here is the set for today's words. Alternate, alternative, amiable, amicable, artist, artiste. There. Been, gone, born, both end, as well as carpet, rug, classic, classical, clean, cleans, clothes, and cloths. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started with. Alright, first off, our first set of words for today is alternate and alternative. Now here's the thing. Alternate and alternative are sometimes confused when they are used as additives, and you kinda have to kind of understand why so. But unfortunately for us, they are not exactly the same. Alternate means that you alternate between days. It's like you switch between days. Like you take turns. Like you alternate work days. That means you take turns of taking a break and then a work day. Whereas an alternative is like a different solution, like a different way to do something. Like an alternative way to go to work is that we find an alternate solution. Got it? Well, nah, you probably didn't. And here's the comic. Jane and Sue both want to work, but they can't work every day because they have small children. They think they have found an alternative solution. They will share a job and work alternate days. They tell their boss that she will be getting 2 workers for the price of 1. Well, that just means that they're both demoted. Wow. Alright, seriously though, other than that, let's keep this going with. Alright, next up is amiable and amicable. Now these two words are pretty much the same. They're only one difference. They're only different by one letter, C. And they are both adjectives though, and the two words are reflected in meaning because they both describe friendly qualities. It's just that amiable describes, like, it's mainly used to describe people, whereas amicable is like mainly used to describe relationships, like diplomatic relationships or friendships. Get it? Like an amicable friendship and an amiable person. An amiable person makes amicable friendships. Alright, here we go, so. I'm surprised the discussions weren't completely amicable. The ambassador always seems such an amiable man. He is very amiable when you meet him socially. But when he's arguing in defense of his country, he can get very fierce indeed. Alright, seriously, so next up, our next words, emphasis on s, is artist and artiste. I'm pretty sure it's also pronounced artist, but I just want to make a little difference by saying artist. Seriously though, let's keep this going with. Now, artist is someone who makes art. You don't have to make art for a living to be an artist. You just have to be an artist. Whereas artiste, with an E, is someone who makes a living out of an entertaining, such as like singers or dancers. You literally don't make art. Seriously though, you don't make art, you perform art. Alright, seriously though, that's pretty much it. And that's the only difference, as I mentioned earlier. Here's the comic. The famous French artist Magnoire was fascinated by the dancer Fifi Gigot. He was one of her greatest fans. She became the subject of one of his most famous pictures, Portrait of an Artiste. Alright, our next words is gone and been. Now, when someone has gone, that means that person has left, having left. Whereas been is more or less like you're talking about someone who's visiting a place or country, or the doctor, or the school, or wherever place in the community. And here's the example. Deborah has been looking for Harry all over the building. Does anyone know where Harry's gone? At that moment, Harry reappears. Harry, where have you been? I've been to the dentist. What's wrong? My computer's gone wrong. I need your help. Next up is number 15, born and born. Now, these two words are once again different only by one letter, and once again it is different by the letter E. Only one letter E changes the entire meaning as well too. So, born basically means that someone has come out of their mother's body as a baby. They're no longer a fetus, they're now a fully grown human baby, which may or may not survive. Now, born with an E though is like you give birth to someone if you're a mother, or you can carry or tolerate or give birth to someone. Usually though, people use it for carrying something or like tolerating something. Here we go, here's the comic. It is over 20 kilometers from Maria's village to the nearest clinic. She has borne her baby on her back all the way. Little Nelson was born 6 months ago. He cries so much, Maria is afraid there is something wrong with him. She hopes the doctors at the clinic will be able to help him. Yeah, that's always the best thing to do. Go look for the doctor every time your kid is looking a little bit wrong. Alright, here we go. Here, our next set of words is both and as well as. Now, pretty much they both mean the same thing, and they can be used interchangeably, but both and some sort of filler stuff in between. And when you use that when you're talking about two people, things, or groups, like exactly two people, no more, no less. Whereas if you use as well as, you're talking about two or more people in a group. It's like when you're talking about like three instruments or four instruments. Yeah. Better not to use as well as in front of a verb though. Also, both something and is often used in the position of like right before a verb. Like I can play both Delta Force and the CS:GO, Counter Strike. Alright. The Crotchets have three very musical children. Peter Crotchet plays the keyboard. Roger plays both the keyboard and the harmonica. Little Lucy plays the keyboard and the harmonica, as well as the drums, the saxophone, and the trumpet. Whoa, musical genius prodigy. Huzzah! Hip hip hooray! Alright, next up, we have this. Here, our words are rugs and carpets. Now, a rug and a carpet are pretty much the same thing. They're just both made of cloths that's supposed to cover the floor. Difference is, a carpet is like, it fits the whole room, whereas a rug is like a smaller piece of fabric that you put on top of something. Like, I don't have a rug on the floor. I have a rug on the floor and a carpet in my other room. Helen thinks bare wooden floors are stylish. She just adds a few small rugs for color. Samantha thinks wooden floors are cold and draughty. She prefers a fitted carpet and a warm fleecy rug in front of the fire. Next up, we have the words classic and classical. Of course, these two words are pretty much exactly the same with a difference of two letters. Classic and classical. Yeah, understood? Well, here's the thing. A classic, when you say something is a classic, that means that thing is the stereotypical version of the book that you expect. It has all the qualities that you expect of a genre of that thing or version of that book. Get it? Yeah, you probably get it. Whereas classical is like you're talking about ancient Greece or something, or like a classical version of something is like the old ancient version of that thing, the original version of the thing. Also, we usually use this in the context of Greek and Roman histories. Like J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings is a classic in the field of fantasy, and Greek mythology is quite classical in itself. Alright, here we go. Tim is reading a classic of detective fiction, Murder on the Acropolis. Professor Grisham, a classical scholar, is found strangled on the steps of a temple. Everyone thinks he is mixed up in a plot to steal statues, but the crime is finally revealed to be a classic case of mistaken identity. Good job stopping the guy with the sniper, man. While everyone else is ignoring you. Wow, you're not even going to get the yay, hero of the village kind of achievement. No. Alright, next up is clean and cleans. Now, here's the thing. Now, the verbs to clean and to cleans are pretty much both used to talk about making things clean. Clean is pretty much a very common word that is almost always used literally, but cleans is like you use it less common and has a more specialized meaning and is literally often used figuratively as well too. Like you clean ordinary objects usually by washing, brushing, wiping, or scrubbing them. You can also clean dirt, mud, etc. off of something. Yeah, like you scrub something, it's like you you like if you're cleaning something, you're going ahead and you're just cleaning it, but when you're cleansing something of it, you're like wiping something of something. Like you're cleansing this light of its darkness. That means it's completely light, no darkness included. Alright, here we go. The benefits of cleaning your house thoroughly are not simply physical. When you get rid of all the dirt and dust, when everything is bright and fresh and clean, you will feel cleansed and refreshed inside as well too. Alright, okay, so now next up, this is the last set of words for today. We have clothes and cloths. Now, here's the thing. Clothes are made of cloths. And cloths are just rags, like several rags, several cloths, several pieces of cloth that you usually use. They're basically towels, but smaller. And clothes are the things that you wear on your body to cover up spots so that you cover up a lot of skin. Now, Brian has been told to collect up everyone's dirty clothes and put them in the washing machine. There are so many clothes that it is hard to get them all in. The machine is too full. It's starting to leak. Now they have to use lots of cloth to mop up the water. Alright, the official version is now they need lots of cloth to mop up the water. Brian, where's your brain? Alright, and that's it. That is it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. And so, until next time, shine out peace. Bye bye.